Hey, welcome back everybody. This is Mike Brenner coming to you with the Brenner Blast NFL review of this weekend's results and a preview of tonight's Monday Night Football game, the last game of Week 13 in the NFL. Pittsburgh Steelers going to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That's right, it was one hell of a weekend. There was a lot of action, a lot of college action that was just phenomenal. And actually, we swept the board in college yesterday in NFL on our video picks. We were 1-1. All in all, I ended up going 8-3 in NFL yesterday with my own private stuff and some other stuff that I had going on. We're 50-47 in NFL for the season thus far. Not whatsoever impressive, not even whatsoever acceptable for me. But it wasn't too long ago, last year in that playoff run, it was 27-5 run I went from the beginning of playoffs all the way through to the Super Bowl, and it wasn't a fluke. So this is my time when I start heating up, because for me, week 13, 14, that's when it's playoff time, because it's put up or shut up time for a hell of a lot of teams. There's a lot of coaches on the hot seat, just a lot of dynamics that play into it. So hang in there, baby. Get ready. It's going to be a fun ride. We're going to cash tickets all along the way. And this year, once again, we're going to have the same Santa Claus show up to pay our bills for our Christmas gifts. And that is going to be the bookie once again. All right, guys, let's talk about some of the stuff going on in NFL. All right, right now, the Saints in that division, they're 9-3. Carolina right behind them at 8-4, and then you got Atlanta trying to get some breathing room at 7-5, actually trying to breathe. Had their opportunity yesterday, and they did not get it done. And you're looking at Minnesota in that division. My God, 10-2. You got Detroit and Green Bay behind them at 6-6. No one's going to catch Minnesota. Those two will be fighting for a wild card position. But wow, Minnesota, Case Keenum quietly getting the job done. They still, I mean, they just haven't even said that's our guy. You got Teddy Bridgewater, and you also got Sam Bradford. I mean, look at that payroll on quarterback. But I'll tell you, Case Keenum, if they don't lock him down, he might be going somewhere else at the end of the year. My hat's off to him. And Mike Zimmer quietly building just another monster defense, as he always does, and getting it done on the ground as well. That's a mistake-free team, and that goes a long way. Then you're looking at, wow, what a division this is. You got the Rams at 9-3, Seattle right behind them at 8-4, because Seattle made sure that they got it done. That's for against Atlanta. So that's going to be a battle all the way down. Again, Jared Goff, hats off to him. He's doing a great job for the Rams. And you can look at Sammy Watkins. He's having so much fun again playing football compared to when he was in Buffalo. He's healthy. He said, this team is just different than any team I've ever been on. He said, it's like a group of guys in high school. Everybody believes in each other. You know, it's kind of cool to hear what goes on behind the closed doors there with that organization, because I think they're going to be dangerous. I mean, it might not be the old Kurt Warner and the turf days back when they were throwing for 450 yards a game, but Jared Goff is showing for sure he is definitely the captain of that ship. And then you're looking at Tennessee fighting it out with Jacksonville, 8-4, both of them. My hat's off. Blake Bortles, mistake-free game, got it done, had some pressure situations the last couple weeks. I'm starting to believe in that kid. I know it wasn't a fluke when he was at UCF, but I didn't know if he could snap out of that funk he was in because there was too much damage done. Don't know. My hat's off also to that coach, because he's believing him and sticking with the kid. The defense is showing up. 8-4. Go Jacksonville, baby. Having fun. Then you got Pittsburgh at 9-2. Baltimore 7-5. Cincinnati 5-6. Again, Pittsburgh facing off tonight against Cincinnati. This is a must-win for Cincinnati. 5-6. They got to get it done. Knock Pittsburgh down at least one notch, because Baltimore, wow, that's a whacked-out team right there. Baltimore, 44 points. One week they'll score 3. Their defense will absolutely probably get one touchdown in a couple of the games, but 44 points yesterday. You don't know which Joe Flacco is going to show up, or is Detroit just that bad? I don't know. All will be revealed, as my dad used to say. That's a look at the division leaders. Let's talk about a few things. You got the 49ers getting that win yesterday. You got Garoppolo, all right? That was his first win as a starting quarterback for that organization. I think his team's 2 years away. Hats off, you know, General Manager John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, young coach. His team's got some spunk. They got some fun. There's going to be some veterans wanting to go play there because of the way they're building that system. And Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm telling you, he is the real deal. deal, and Tom Brady said that himself. That's a fun team to watch. And then you got the Rams. They're just steady growing with confidence. Again, you know, Jared Goff. You've got the beast in Todd Gurley in the backfield. You got Sammy Watkins leading the receiving corps. The defense quietly getting done. But Seattle's coming up, looking strong, looking real strong against Atlanta. Pete Carroll said this squad is dangerous because they got some depth in that defense. And then Patriots are the Patriots. What else can you say? You got Buffalo, Miami, and the Jets behind them. They all suck. Bottom line, Miami, there's another team. Jay Cutler, what the hell? Where's this guy been, you know? I don't know. It's a weird situation, but Miami, let's see if they can do it a couple weeks in a row. And Buffalo Bills, man, I felt that one. That is, you got a good defense, but they got no offense. Tyrod Taylor, he's hurt, so that might be, you know, this team's in trouble. Bottom line, they're a long way away, and for the fans there, got to be another frustrating year. And you're looking at the Chiefs. I think his team is done, even though that division, hell, no one wants to win. 6-6. You got Oakland. I think, if anything, we've got to have Oakland and the LA Chargers fighting it out. 6-6. If anybody's going spiraling down, it's Kansas City. Andy Reid, he's lost control. He's got a lot of, you know, injury issues, but still, Alex Smith, when that kid gets pounded like this, he loses confidence. Look for some mistakes from him, and as they try to fight back into that race, that's when the mistakes will happen on that offense. Ooh, look out. You might want to fade them Chiefs. And you got Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Cincinnati. Same old in that division. You know, Baltimore, again, Jekyll and Hyde. Cincinnati, they have got to replace Marvin Lewis. This coach is not the guy for the job. He proves it year in and year out. I mean, they're on a respirator right now, barely breathing at 5-6. They got to get a win tonight, you know. And you got the Eagles. I think they came back down to earth last night, okay? And it wasn't Atlanta that Seattle played, excuse me. It was the Eagles that Seattle dominated last night. My hat's off, though, to Pete Carroll with that game plan, because the Eagles, they didn't care if they were taking it on the road or doing it at home, all right? But you know what? That team, I didn't lose any faith in them, and I think at the end of that game, they're like, okay, all right, this isn't a bad thing. Let's take a look what we can do better. Let's see what we need to shore up defensively, and let's see what we can do a little better offensively and change a little bit of the, you know, the scheme, the offensive scheme, when you're going up against a defense like Seattle. So I think, if anything, I think the Eagles will bounce back strong. Seattle's defense is definitely back, and Russell Wilson, my God, that guy, he's unbelievable. I'd hate to be chasing his ass around trying to catch him. He continues to be the scramble. I mean, he reminds me of the old Fran Tarkenton from back in the Viking days. My God, I'm telling my age. But anyway, Wilson's getting it done. Pete Carroll never stops believing in that defense. They just plug the whole next man up mentality. All right, then you got Dallas. I've said this before. Even though they're coming off a win, it's time for that guy to go. He's not a coach. He's never been, because Jerry Jones calls it from upstairs. This guy's been a puppet, you know, a yo-yo for a long time. I'm talking about Jason Garrett. You know, got to go, man. Got to go. Too much talent there. You know, the good thing is Jerry's getting old. That's not a good thing, but maybe he'll step away, because I promised this years ago, and I meant it. When he got rid of Johnson, I said that team will never win another Super Bowl again as long as Jerry Jones is running and controlling that thing. Ever since he did what he did and lost Jimmy Johnson, all right? And it's remained true. Bottom line, here they are lining up for another 8-8 year. Or lucky, I don't know, man. That team is just too up and down. Prescott, ooh, I don't know. He's starting to wonder, you know, are they really protecting him on that front line? And here's my kicker. I think this guy ought to be in jail for robbery. I'm talking about Dez Bryant. Where's this guy? Shows up when he wants. And I don't care what team you're on. You should still be balling. You should still be getting 150 yards a game, or at least 100 yards a game, you know. And he doesn't make any noise. I want the ball. He's just taking his money, So, you know, Sean Lee out. That defense isn't the same. That team's in trouble, guys, even though they beat Washington. Hell, I'm telling you, Dallas, they got some major changes, and they better start with that coach. He's got to go, baby. Got to go. And Elliott, let's see how he bounces back. Again, now we'll talk about Denver. Shame on you, John Elway. Shame on you, Vance Joseph, the coach. You're not the man for the job. You've proved that in a short period of time. Trevor Siemian, I mean, whoever went and scouted him, you bet. I might have been when Elway was drinking heavily. I don't know. But it's amazing. That team with the defense they had after that Super Bowl when Peyton walked away, all right, that team just literally did nothing to shore anything up. They rested on their laurels. They rested on, oh, we're this, we're that. And you know what, Elway, you ought to be ashamed. You were the quarterback guru. You're running that team. And how dare you hire Vance Joseph? Nothing personal against the guy, but I don't see that guy pumping anybody up in a locker room. You know what I mean? So there's a team that totally better get into rebuild mode offensively, and they better do it quick. Bottom line, and they better shore up that special teams unit. But, you know, shame on them. There's no quarterback on that roster that's going to be the man for that job. I don't think so. I don't even think Paxton Lynch when he comes back. All right, and again, here we go. You got the Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cincinnati. It always comes down to a feud with that. So with that being said, talking about yesterday, talking about who might have an edge, who still has a chance, who's still breathing, and who's on the respirator, let's get into it, baby. Let's talk about some Monday Night Football. Cincinnati Bengals at home against Pittsburgh. Cincinnati on the 2-game win streak. All right, Dalton looked short, a lot sharper, Andy did, and it's a must-win game. I still say coach has got to go no matter what happens. He's got to go. He ought to just start packing his bags. And Pittsburgh, they struggled versus the Packers last week. That secondary got ripped up by Brett Huntley, all right, Huntley of Green Bay. He had 3 touchdown passes, like 29 yards or longer, so they could be shredded. They're tough against that run. Their run defense is good, Pittsburgh, and their offense is damn good, one of the best. I mean, come on, take away. You got Bell and you got Brown and Big Ben with nothing more to say. But I think Big Ben, you can get him a little bit frustrated and puzzled. And I think tonight, I'm not kidding you guys, Andy Dalton looked decent the last couple weeks. His team knows it's must win or go home. The coach knows this is probably it. So pulling that trigger on momentum and emotion early at home, getting 3 points on the first half. I like it, guys. Cincinnati Bengals tonight. They have got to establish something quick. And I think you're going to see Dalton going deep. They looked at that game tape, broke it down. That defense got shredded on the back end. So I'm telling you, I like that. All right, Cincinnati. That's the only play for tonight, but that will move the record up. In all 4 sports that I am currently actively handicapping, all 4 major sports, okay, we're 55% on an average, 55.8% on an average, and that's knocking it out of the park, guys. There's not one that we're under 50%. Football's the weakness, 52, a little over 52%. We're going to move that up tonight, and I'm telling you guys, we don't gloat when we win. We own it when we lose. We always try to get sharper. Most importantly, we pay it forward. Family comes first on this team, and by God, that's how we pay it forward. All right, guys, this is NFL. Hopefully you checked out the NBA and a college basketball pick video. This one will be behind it. Let's have a great day. Thank you, viewers, for all of your kind comments. Do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tell a friend about the Brenner Blast. We're excited. We got over 1,000 subscribers now to our YouTube channel. Our Twitter feed is growing, and Facebook. We're just having fun, doing the best I can to answer everybody, so hang in there. I will get back to you. Again, private picks, don't miss them. We're clicking on all cylinders there, guys. That's all documented as well, so please tune in for that. You can reach me, DM me, direct message me on Twitter at MikeBrenner18. All right, guys, bet responsible, beat your bookie, and build that NFL bank with Brenner. And most importantly, guys, pay it forward, spend that quality time with family, and don't forget, the Brenner Blast is coming to you, baby, NFL style.